There you go. There you go. Yeah. Everybody put your hands together for my main guy. This brother here is doing big things, large things. Let me put it that way, large things. And it's my honor, my pleasure to introduce to you and yours, my man Pressure from Chilltown JC. Put your hands together right now. Slap your hands together. Can you hear me out there?
Yes, sir.
All right, Pressure. How you doing, B?
I'm doing good. We good? You
Yeah,
hear me?
yeah. You perfect. You perfect.
Yeah.
You perfect. You perfect. So we're gonna jump this off right now, man. I want you to definitely let the people know who you are, what you do, and where you're going right at this present time. It's yours.
Yes, sir. It's your boy Pressure Online, coming out of Jersey City, New Jersey, Chilltown, Kerry Woods Projects. Came up with some of the toughest and stand ground firm, you know what I'm saying? One of
That's it.
one.
That's it. That's it. You saying Kerry words, you know what I'm saying? Let me get this out the way right now, Pressure. I mean, like, I'm glad you're here, but I also got beef. I got beef. I checked out my city. It was a banger. That video is crazy, crazy. But I'm not in it.
Uh-huh.
You got some of the heavy hitters, everybody in it. Talk about that for a little second, for a minute.
Oh man, that where I'm from, joint man, I had flipped the Jay-Z beat probably like a little over a decade ago. I had some OGs around me, man. Shout out to my Uncle Dante, Chop, the Dream Team. There's a lot of people that always told me to respect my elders. That's top priority. When you're going forward in life, you gotta know where you came from. So, I just had some people that watched me grow up and that just schooled me to the game early. And it just made my appreciation for the city and for hip hop overall just like greater.
But that, I mean, with that video right there, I mean, to be totally honest, that was a big, big plug for everybody that you show appreciation for, because I mean, like, you have some heavy hitters in there, real heavy hitters up in there, and then you got the new one. So, do you consider yourself the upcoming or veteran right now?
I mean, that's what the streets say. Like me, I'm humble about things. You know why? Because like I understand how life goes. As fast as you can get some, as fast as it can be taken away. So just appreciating pioneers and people that I came up around. And they call me the young legend. They call me a young icon, and
Okay.
I'm just blessed. I'm just blessed.
So let me ask you this. Now, your ink game is tight on that video. I use these
Right.
things well. I listen to it. I listen to it very much. Which one do you prefer most? Which one you say you're stronger in, video or rapping or music?
Rapping.
That's your
If I
first
had to
love?
choose, if I had to choose rapping, of course. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So what was your inspiration on video?
Um, it's very simple, right? When I was coming up, the internet started to blow up, and I understood as an artist what it took to sustain and to keep your momentum, and visuals was important. There was a time where I wasn't financially stable to even support myself, so luckily, having a blessed moms and people that just believe in me, they invested into a camera, and I started kind of shooting my own videos around the house. And what happened was I used to have people coming in out of my crib and the projects when I had my first little setup of a studio. And next thing you know, it went from doing it for myself because I didn't really have a choice to it becoming a service for my neighborhood. And as it became a service, it kind of just started growing. It went from music videos to doing vlogs on YouTube, and next thing you know, all the way up to doing weddings and stuff and being a part of people's, once in a lifetime moments.
That's true. That's true. Now, let me ask you, who inspired you to do both of those?
As far as music, I was inspired by Lloyd Banks, man. That was my favorite rapper coming up.
Really?
Definitely, yeah,
Banks.
definitely, man. And being able to meet him, and he shouted me out for my birthday and all that. Like it's just amazing how like sometimes you think some things are unachievable because of where you come from, and you don't see many people achieving certain things. But I just was blessed. But Banks was definitely punchline king to me. And he got me in my battle rap bag. So '04 is when I kind of opened my eyes up to music. At this time, I'm still in middle school. When it came to
Wow.
camera work, yeah, when it came to camera work, it was a guy named Gilbert Keys. He was filming my videos for me, and he was a person that was like hands on, like, yeah, I show you, what I'm doing, how I'm cutting up your video. And this is when they had a radio station called Show Me the Money Radio, right? This was in Jersey City, and they used to have Tretch, Eric B. It was so many people that came through there, and he was editing all their videos, and that's how I grew a relationship with like Loaded Lux, Serious Jones, like some of the New Yorker battle rappers, and
Right.
being behind the scenes, just helping with camera stuff. Again, I'm fresh out of school, going straight to the studio. It opened my eyes up to a lot of things, and I fell in love with production as well.
Wow. And that's the whole thing about it. A lot of people doesn't know about being behind the camera, actually doing it. They want to be in front of it, but they don't know nothing about behind it, because that's the most important part of it. You know what I'm
For
saying?
sure.
So for you to know both of that, that's big. So what's your visual storytelling for your music? What's your approach on that? Because when you ink it on paper, how do you go about it?
When it comes to visuals, honestly, I like for someone to learn something, even if it's like discreet or like indirect messages. I like people to watch something and feel like they can either relate to it, or they just like purely comprehend it. Like for example, I got a video called Obvious. Like if people went on YouTube, type in pressure online, Obvious. You see a video of me coming off like I'm a therapist. I'm acting. So
That's dope.
I'm sitting there with a young lady. We kicking it, and she's venting to me about what she got going on in her relationship. And then the storyline of it is domestic violence. These are things that a lot of people try to overlook. So when you're an artist, you want to paint a picture. I like to create a short film. So my approach is for people to watch it and feel like it's a scene in a movie. So people ever get a chance to check it out, you'll see the transition of what she's going through and the mental abuse, and then the physical part. And these are things that when you grow up in an urban environment, it's pretty common. Let's just be honest. Whether you see it in your household, your aunt, your cousin, or your boy's mom. These are things that wasn't hidden from us. So these are scars that we grow with. And you wanna put that message out there, like it's okay to seek help. Because some people don't have a voice. So
That's
when I
that's
approach,
big. That's
yeah, when I
big
approach
because
stuff, it's bigger than rap.
yeah, because mental illness is serious and it's real. You know what I'm saying? And for somebody that's in entertainment to drop that, to let them know that it is real, because it can happen to you and it can happen to me. You know what I'm saying? So that's big of you. Because you're on top of the game, ahead of the game, by doing stuff like that. So that's a big blessing. Now I'm gonna ask you for as bars. You know, can you actually say what is your favorite bar that you wrote? What's your favorite bar from the beginning to now?
Wow. Favorite bar. Honestly, I started out doing poetry. Until I
Poetry.
was, yeah, yeah, I was doing a lot of poetry back in school. Like I was
Okay.
learning about different formats of how poetry goes, and that's how I kind of started listening to hip hop and Lloyd Banks in that era, the G Unit mixtape era. But to get to your point, when I was writing back then, um, I was kind of like, I'm trying to see how to say this. I don't know. I think like when I was younger, I was looking for a spark of. No, hold up. I don't want to jump all over the place. I want you to repeat the question because I want to make sure I answer that first.
All right. From the beginning till now, what would you say is your dopest bar? What you would say that's that
Okay.
one, your favorite
Okay.
one?
Got it. I would say it's on a song called Mountains that I did. And why I brought that point up was because on Mountains, there's really no beat. It's kind of like a ballad. And I said so much, I said so many like relatable things in that song. It's crazy. Wow.
That's dope.
Yeah, like, and it's poetic. That's the reason why I brought that story up.
But
But
that's a different style. So that's
yeah,
totally
rapping
dope.
for ballad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's dope. That's
Okay.
really
I'll tell you the line. I said, see people play friend to be close enough to drain you for your energy. Once they get what they want, you just a memory. See, niggas got a tendency of trying to paint the help like the enemy. Then once they fail, expect empathy. That's probably one of my favorites because
Woo!
I know where it comes from.
Woo! Hold on. You see this? I'm about to grade you. Like this is school. Okay, okay. That bar, okay.
See, people
Energy.
play friend to be
Okay,
close
energy.
enough to drain you to your energy.
Energy.
Once they get what they want, you just a memory. See,
All
people got
right.
a tendency of trying to paint the help like the enemy. And once they fail, expect empathy. Yeah,
All right, on that verse there, that bar right there, you got a 10 on that one. You got a 10 on that one.
appreciate
That's that's
that.
that's really dope. That's it. And what's so dope about that is it makes you think. It really
Yeah.
makes you think. So let me ask you about who was your inspirations behind the camera? You know what I'm saying? That what video people that put out videos that you looked at that you would say, he's dope, he's dope.
Oh man, growing up, because early, like I'm a '90s baby, but growing up watching music videos strongly, towards the top of the early 2000s, people like Benny Boom, Gail Green,
Mm.
uh, Doc, X, gotta say, Dr. X. Oh wow, yeah, I say
You're
those
naming
three
some
like
heavy hitters
primarily.
now.
Yeah,
You're naming some heavy
primarily
hitters.
those people. Yeah, man. Like, yeah, 'cause X was doing DMX videos. I watched a lot, man, growing up. But those guys for sure.
Yeah, yeah. You naming some heavy hitters because I mean, like they made some quality stuff. It's not no shortchange stuff. So they was on top of the game. Now
Yeah,
I'm gonna hit you with another chumpy. You ready?
let's get
What
it.
do you prefer, battle rap, or traditional?
Battle rap or traditional? Mm, and it's an either or question. I'm gonna say. See, when you say traditional, in my mind, I'm like, can like classic hip hop, like classic
Well,
rap?
that bar that you just kicked to me, that's traditional. That mug is like crazy.
Yeah, man, that's a tough one right there because it's so many reasons, but I'm gonna lean more towards traditional. I'm gonna
Oh
lean more like
wow!
55%. I'm gonna say 55% traditional.
And the reason,
You know, all right, so look, I'm gonna give you 50-50. I love battle rap because I like the idea of like biting somebody's head off. Like I come from banging on the lockers, in classroom on the tables, like
and
and
in the
like
lobby.
that form of embarrassment. Yes, like like that's
Okay.
how I got my name. Like man, I never fell under pressure. I was always ready in any situation, and I just feel like battle rap is so aggressive. Like it's like football. It's a different excitement.
Right.
But the reason why I say traditional is because traditional is more universal. When you're trying to appeal to the masses, and when the beat matches the correct lyrics and that emotion that you pour into somebody, like that's a feeling that you can't even just always get a cappella. Like the instrumentation all together and your voice adding on top of it's
Well,
something special.
that's a marriage. What you're saying,
Mm,
you know what I'm saying? It's a marriage. Now,
yeah,
do you produce music? Do you produce music?
I I used to. I don't do it no more.
And
Why not? The
okay,
process of taking sounds and putting them together. I lost the passion for that. I'm more of a visual person, so
okay,
I like doing graphic design. I like
okay.
building, whatever I can paint in my head. Like I'm for that. But beats
So
take
what's
too
the
much
next?
time.
So what's the next project that you're going to be on next? What's the next one you're going to do, far as visual? You know, and,
Visual.
and two-part course question. I don't mean to cut you up. Two-part question. That one, And will you be willing to work with different individuals?
Okay, got it. As far as visually what I'm working on, I'm actually working on some music videos to some unreleased joints and like two joints off my last project called 29 that I put out. And I'm gonna exclusively tell you something because this is one of the hottest shows right now, so people need to get up on it. So I'm gonna drop an exclusive one.
Thank you.
I have a remix to a record I have called Fuego, and I usually don't do remixes to my songs, but I got a Latin artist,
Wow.
fresh out of Colombia. So yeah, this is probably the first time Jersey City probably ever gonna see something like this. Like it's like an international joint. So
Wow.
we about to get the video ready for that in about less than like 2 weeks. I ain't even put the record out. I still got it. I'll send it to you.
Whoa,
Um,
whoa, whoa, whoa. Thank you for blessing us first, because that means
for sure.
a whole lot. I'd be like, and I know it's going to be a banger, you know what I'm saying? Because it's straight from Colombia. I mean, like, that is what made you come up with that one, though?
Um, Wanting to be bigger than what everybody else think is big. Like some people thinking, being known from this block to that block is what matters. But in all reality, um, there's how many billion people? I haven't looked up statistics in a while, but
That's
so
true.
many people in the world. People cater to the people that they physically could reach. I try to cater to people I probably never meet in life.
That's true. That's true. And that's it, because a lot of people can't see the forest through the trees, you know.
No sir.
And you getting it in, you getting it in. So now
Yes sir.
let me ask you
Oh,
this.
but to answer your second question, yeah, I'm open to working with artists all the time.
Oh, you are.
Well, right before this interview, I just got a feature from somebody, and I'm gonna make a point. I just got a feature from somebody from another hood in Jersey City that don't even get along with my hood. But it's just the fact that power of, you know, is bigger than the streets. You know what I'm saying? Like we making music. Let's make something happen.
That's big, because one thing is that you're the new generation. I saw it in my city, and I saw the sign that said New Cary Woods, and
Yeah, yeah,
and then I seen everybody that you had in there. You were showing the Ave, you were showing Montgomery and stuff like that. So I mean, like, the collaboration and you giving out love, that's a big thing. You know what I'm saying? That's a big thing, and you putting the spotlight on JC, and they need that. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people there doesn't understand it. But see, you in a whole
yeah.
different direction, so you willing to give them a hand, but then also run
Hey,
point on it.
yeah.
You
I
know,
mean, like to be completely honest, and I don't want you to forget your question. Um, when I said I started out doing videos, probably over 10 years ago, it was places that I went to go film videos to go get that money. I'm going to get mine. And if people from my projects can't go with me because of where I'm going, I was by myself, 10 toes down in projects with my camera, all my equipment by myself. So I build relationships and respect with people on my own. So when I go different places, never have an issue. People know where I'm from because everybody know I'm my own man. I'm from where I'm from. That could never change, but I'm also not going to let territorial stuff stop, my success rate because I think that's crazy. So my goal now is to show people like, look, some things you got to outgrow, and then some things is just never going to change. So,
wow.
you gotta figure out where you at. You on the street or you on the sidewalk. Me, I was cool with the sidewalk because I know my background. We don't have to show our background and where we from. People that floss who they are and what they're capable of, they want attention. And we don't want that kind of attention.
That's big. That's big. And that's a mature thing to say, too. Because I mean, you're knocking me out with the video, knocking me out with this interview, too, because of these answers is like for real. Because somebody can get one interpretation of a person until you speak to the person,
Correct.
and that's what I'm learning. I'm definitely learning, because the gap is going to be closed. It's not going to be that far, and I commend you, because you're closing that gap, because of that
Thank you.
stops the violence as well, so now, where do you see yourself helping the city?
Honestly, it's a lot of ideas that I have when it comes to the city, but I think I want to start something. I think I want to start a challenge. I think I want to do something this year where, not a challenge in the sense of everybody rap off of my beat to a record that I put out or something like that. Like, no, I want to challenge people to to make a song about something, right? It could be about the ladies, right? Like a love song or something like that. Something that's not like murderer driven. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you know, my thing is, yeah, I come out with the production crew and we're gonna lace your video out. You know what I'm saying? Because I want people to have a motivation, you know, where they could put themselves in a different spotlight and appeal to different people. So contributing visually is what I want to do to like, you know, add an element to the city and not it's not about money. It's gonna be more about um a power move to make people feel like, you know, good behavior gets good rewards.
That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. And Nick, can you name some of the people, famous people that you worked with in the industry?
Okay. On a record with Bow Wow, and I'm gonna tell you how that happened. There's an artist that named Dr. He had got Bow Wow on the record, whatever like that. He had relationships and blah blah blah, and the label didn't clear it, but I put it out, but I couldn't add his name. It's on my spot. It's on my Spotify. So I have a mixtape called Silent Screams and a song called Diddy Bop. So if you ever check that out, I go first and Bow goes second, but label stuff couldn't clear it, so I couldn't even add him on as a feature. Like credits wise, it's crazy. I got a record with 2 Milli. 2 Milli is the artist that made Millie Rock. He's on
Right.
a remix of a song that I got called "Oh No." I believe that's out. It's somewhere. Fred the Godson, Ransom, Murder Mook. You know, some of the battle rap, some of the New York heads. Wow. Um, a, a lot of people. Honestly, I can't
Man,
remember everybody.
that's a strong that's a strong lineup for somebody. You know, you know. Now we're gonna play this game. It's called
Okay.
Rapid Fire. You ready?
Oh yeah, let's get it.
All right, I'm gonna name. I'm gonna say the word, and you just come right over the dome. But you're pretty good at that. You know what I'm saying? Because you remember I gave you a 10 on that bar, so this should be
For sure.
nothing for you. Okay. All right, Jersey City.
Okay, so hold on. Let me make sure I understand this clear. So when you say a word, I have to tell you the first thing that comes to my mind.
Correct.
Jersey City. Um, iconic.
Wow. Family,
Love.
honor,
Respect.
success,
Financial freedom.
biting.
Biden, like the president.
No, no, not biting. Biting, like me stealing your joint, biting your lyrics, biting.
Lazy.
You said lazy. What made you come up with that one? Lazy.
If you biting, you honestly just trying to get on to the next bar. You trying to keep it moving, so you just going to do whatever fill in the gap. That's lazy.
Just straight lazy.
Straight
Now,
lazy.
in today's music, who do you like?
Hmm.
It could be R&B and it could be hip hop, either or.
Um, I like I like Drake music. I like G Herbo. Um, you know, Meek Mill. Um, I like SZA. The other girl, Summer Walker. Because you're saying today, so I'm trying to think of people that came out at least like the last 10 years or a little over. Um, but my top of the top guy is J Cole out of everybody.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now here's a can you here's a hard one right here. Dead or alive, your top five MCs. Top five MCs.
Uh, wow. Before anybody judge, because I know how this goes. Like, you know, I grew up more in the 2000s, you know what I'm saying? So
That's
I know
fine.
the balance. But
That's fine.
wow. I'm gonna say in no specific order. I'm gonna
None.
say because I'm giving to you from all generations and five. Um Rakim,
hold on, right there. Now remember, your your that generation. So you went back and studied Rakim because you
Oh
want to
yeah,
know.
right. The man
You
that
want to
don't
know.
curse. Yes,
Yeah. Okay.
yes.
Rakim.
Rakim, um, LL Cool J, Tupac, 50 Cent.
Mm.
I ain't gonna lie, it's kind of a fight between Jada and man, I ain't even put Wayne in there. Man, hold up, man. Five Rakim, LL, 50.
It's a tough one.
I'm gonna have to say Wayne
Oh.
and one more. Wayne,
Mhm.
50, LL, Rakim. Uh, wow. I'm trying to be fair because I like to give underdogs a chance, man. I'm gonna say Fabulous.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, these are people that I respect. They pen game, showmanship. I feel like overall they are 5-star artists to me. Like they have the complete package.
The complete package. That's dope.
Yeah.
What's a message you would give to the kids, to the youth today?
Uh, Never be too cool to listen,
Mm.
and um, never feel like never listen to someone who haven't achieved what you've achieved because they wouldn't really understand anyway.
Mm.
It's hard to
Mm.
like it's a tricky oxymoron because you do want to listen, right? You want to listen, but understand that when you listen to something, when somebody tell you something, you got to be able to dissect what's truthful and what's meaningful to you. You don't have to take everything when someone says something in the conversation. So you got to know, you got to be sharp enough to catch on what's for you and what's not for you. You know what I'm saying? Because your mind is like a memory card, and you don't want that to overdrive because that's when everything get a little cluttered and it get corrupt. So you got to watch what you put into your mind.
So that's like a manipulation. Wow, that's like mad crazy. Now I seen a little something with you and 50 Cent. What's that relationship like?
Oh, through DJ Walla, shout out to Walla, my guy from North.
Hmm.
Um, what happened was Walla had me film a commercial for him for like the Branson cognac drink that 50 sponsoring, and when I shot it for him, Walla sent it over. 50 reposted it like probably within 2 days, right? He had my credits on there and all that. And then we did it again, probably like 6 months. 6 months later, came up with a different commercial, and 50 reposted it again. So when I met him, he was at American Dream Mall, and him and Wala got a great relationship because Wala is like one of the DJs that they push on the Branson side, like on the New York, like tri-state area. Um, he introduced me to him, and when he went to go perform, they had me come up there with him, Yayo, and all of them, and it was dope. Our relationship is it's still building. You know, it's one of the things that you gotta see a person enough and fill them out. 50's a very um he's real conscious of his surroundings. You know what I'm saying? And I understand because of his background. So, but I think it's just dope though because he definitely is one of my favorites as well as Banks. So, to be able
Definitely.
to meet these people and have an exchange, I think is so dope. Especially when somebody reposts your work. I always said to myself like I always thought like it was dope he reposted work that I shot, but I'm gonna change it around where I'm having repost something that I'm actually performing as an artist. So, we're gonna get to
That's
that.
crazy. That's really dope. Now, I got two finals. Uh,
Okay.
do you consider filmmaking actually to write? Do you think you could write a movie and direct it?
Yeah. Interesting you say that. That's my plan. One of my I guess I ain't gonna say long term goals because it's something that I want to do within 5 years, but that's the next step. I feel like I beat a lot of videos up on the East Coast, and I've achieved the things that I'm proud of, and doing family events and stuff. But I was like, a movie is what I definitely want to get my hands into. I feel like I did my justice when I can go to a New York Sundance Film Festival and present my joint. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's big to me. So it's in the plans.
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely. And you got your number one supporter here. Plus, I can work, I can carry water. I could do all those. I could do all those things too. We're
Nah,
gonna
we
close
got you.
this out. We're gonna close this on out. I need you to give a message to everybody that's there, that's viewing you, and let them know how they can reach you, how they can talk to you, and what you expect from them. And thank you for giving us this video. Go ahead.
For sure, man. Anybody want to check me out, follow me, catch on to what I got going on. You have to type in Pressure Online is one word. Everything spelled regular. That's on YouTube, Spotify, Google, whatever. The project's going to come up. I got a project out called 29. It's my recent project. And before that, I got a joint called Fear. I also got a documentary that's on YouTube as well. You type in Pressure Online, Fear documentary. Yeah, I hear my backstory when my lung collapsed and all that. Like, it's a whole story, you know what I'm saying? But I do all my production as far as recording myself, mixing my vocals and everything, getting everything right. So everything I see visually, like, I do everything. So, check it out. It's definitely organic, and we coming from the bottom. We never forgetting where we from either.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Because Jersey City born, Jersey City raised, and that's what it's all about. Because we putting a light on the JC, and you one of the representatives, top dog, and be exact. Because I did my little homework on you, and I want to thank you. Because without you, there's no me. So I definitely appreciate what you're doing. Q7 behind the scenes. Everything that you do is real. You know what I'm saying? So keep it going. Anytime that you need to get on this platform is yours. You know what I'm saying? And remember, you
Thank
know,
you.
I can get on that movie as well. You already owe me one because I wasn't in the other video. So I can, you know, I'm not gonna keep on not being in something. Okay.
Yeah.
So thank
And
you.
for those that's out there watching, also remember, like, you know, chicks is not faithful, niggas is not loyal. Blood thicker than water, but water thinner than oil. It's a sickness around. Gotta wrap it up like for you. You don't gotta kill yourself. Your circle would do it for you. Same ones you. Yeah, I ain't gonna do that to him. I ain't gonna do it to
Ooh,
him.
ooh.
I ain't gonna do it to him, man.
Oh,
But I like to
oh,
have fun, man. We come from
yeah,
this, man.
oh,
I just like
oh, oh. Here you go again.
to.
Here
Hey,
you go
listen,
again. Okay. Remember
listen.
the last one? I gave you a 10.
No, but I like
That
to.
one
I like.
there.
You know what I do? I like to
That's a
educate people,
20.
man. I got it. Because you know what? People, when they see you, like you said, sometimes they make an assumption, right? They see you dressed in urban gear, you tattooed down and all that, but it's like, nah, man, we like the projects ain't produced dummies, man. Like, look what we doing right now. Like, we figuring out a way to connect to the people and put them on game. So,
Oh yeah,
this is
that's
big.
crazy. But I gave you a 20 on that one, a 10 on the last one. I gave you a
I
20.
might as well go for 30 then, man.
Okay, well then give me a quick 16 and give me a 30. And I'll grade you. Now remember, I'm like tough like 40 school. So
Yeah,
all right, go ahead. Give me a quick one.
yeah. Grew up where it's dark at, right there where they spark at, right there on that borderline, the side where that park at. Cross so many times you can't imagine where my heart's at. I'm a boss. I don't really tolerate the talk back. Eye on the streets. Cause niggas keep the heaters tucked. Zone out the click. We hot enough to raise your fever up. Nah, I don't want to do that.
See, you,
I feel like I'm getting rowdy. I don't want to do
yeah,
that.
yeah,
It's a
you
family
played it.
show. I had to think about it.
You
I
played
don't want
me
to get
out.
Curry Woods on them. I'm trying to.
You played me out. You played me out. I gave you a 10. I gave you a 20. With that one there, you got your 30. I'm done with you.
Nah. It's a
You got
family
your
show,
30.
man. I'm gonna chill out, man.
You
But
got you
nah,
got you.
for all jokes aside though, people out there, man, if I could be a leading example for you, it don't matter what age you are, understand that, we do come from parts, it don't matter where you're from, right? You could be from Baltimore watching this. You could be from Kansas City. Um, this system is set up for not, for us not to win. Like, let's act like we know what's going on. And we gotta educate ourselves. We gotta be up on game with what's going on. You gotta watch the news. You gotta read a little bit. You gotta educate yourself because you don't want to be a lost soul out here. And it don't matter what age you are. You're never too old to learn, and or you're never too young to learn, and you're never too old to listen. So,
That's true.
you know, just keep your head on the swivel, man, because it's a dark world out here.
And that's true, man, because I thank you because, old head like myself done learned a whole lot on there. Because if this was money, you'd have got 30 bucks on me. So I'm done with you with that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't going to bet against you, because you got that.
Yeah.
You definitely
Now,
got the skills.
yeah, look, I probably got dozens of mixtapes out there, right? I'm talking about I got probably 100 verses in my head. Like we could do this for like 2 hours straight, but I wouldn't
But
do that.
you come from the city where there's music. You know what I'm saying? That's the whole thing about it. Because everybody in JC was into music, So I mean, like it's embedded in you. But I mean, like you really doing it big. And I want to thank you again because I mean, like
Nah, thank
this
you.
is this video, this whole interview is fantastic. And you know what I'm saying? And I thank you. And we're gonna definitely do it again. All right, my dude.
Thank you. I appreciate you, man. Q7 like the Audi, man. Shout out to him. Appreciate you.
All right, my guy. Hey, you stay up and be safe out there.